All right, so let's see. We're going to go live, making sure we're going live right now, which we are. And we sound good. We sound the best. Awesome. So, like I said, welcome back. The show is called Better Be Me. My channel is called Better Be Me because we're trying to be better people in this crazy world. And like always, I have to give you my disclaimer. I am not a gossip blogger. I just like to share my thoughts on what's being shared to the world and how it can apply to everyday thoughts. My thoughts may sometimes be out of alignment with others, but I have no malicious intentions, just pure entertainment. So let's get it. Today, what we're going to talk about a white lady who accuses black boys of stealing from her. We're going to talk about what we can learn from this video. Shout out from Inside the Blue TV. I got this video from them. Check them out on YouTube to watch the full video. Thank you guys for, we're going to watch it and give them the juice for it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. And make sure you follow and subscribe to their page because they have a lot of interesting videos from police cams and police interaction with your everyday civilians, which I think we can definitely look at. And some of it is a bit of hilarity, and others is just like, oh, okay. that's a little much. So, and like I said, oh, sorry, no, we're not talking about Risa Teese anymore. Let's get rid of that. And like I said, check out Better Be Me, the webpage. We're going to get rid of this altogether. We're just bam. All right. Don't forget to show me love. We're going to get rid of that. And remember, I am a fake TV star. I was on Beat Shazam. Check out me and my best friend on Fox Beat Shazam YouTube channel. See what we do and if we make it. And because I'm a fake TV star, I kind of understand what goes on behind the scenes. So if we do videos and stuff, I can show you and kind of tell you some things where it's like, that's probably more of a production. Inserting that drama in there, or hey, that looks like that shizzy was real. So today we visit a group of people. Some people were saying it's a project or it's a hood. It doesn't look like it's a project or it's a hood. It just looked like mixed people who may not be middle class. It looked like maybe they're like just, I don't even want to say low income because I don't know anything about these people. People of all income statures and backgrounds have disputes. So I hate when people see things like that. They automatically go to low income or it's projects. And it could very well be. It could be one of those things. I just don't know, so I don't want to chime in on it. But it is basically about two young black boys who go to their neighbor's house and they end up being accused of stealing a game system. So let's check it out and see how we could be better people in this situation. Give a second to start. Boop. And we'll make it a little bit bigger so you can watch it. Boop. I hate that it's going so slow, but we're going to go.
Where are you moving it to?
I'm moving in front of my house because there wasn't no parking spot when I got here.
That's fine. Okay. Who called?
That lady up there.
Here, I'll get with you in a minute.
Okay.
You see what I mean? But I don't think it's necessarily a hood. It looks just like a regular apartment. Like they're not expensive. It doesn't look dilapidated or downtrodden or anything like that. It looks like a regular old apartment. So you be the judge, though.
Her name's not Karen, is it?
Hello, can I see?
The police officer already sounds like he tired before he even rolled up. He made that cute that joke about is it a Karen? So I you gotta have a sense of humor as a police officer. Police officers, I know a lot of people love to sit here and shit on the police, but I don't think a lot of us can really handle with what a lot of police officers go through. And this is not me being a bootlicker, but if you just watch true crime, the things that they see and they have to deal with, I could never.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you're letting her get off?
No, I'm not. She's moving around in my car.
On September 30th, 2023, officers in Ocala, Florida, responded to an assault dispute involving a neighbor.
It's always Florida, man. Always.
The dispute arose over her children allegedly stealing from her home leading to a heated argument.
That's one side talk for a minute because I want to put all your information out.
Oh my goodness. That's the thing that kills me, that cry, that tear. Oh my God. Like she was just barking orders just now. She was just yelling on top. And as soon as he got up there and started talking to her, she turned on the white girl tears. Come on now, ma'am. Now, as a police officer, that should be a signal to me that this is about to be some bullshit.
Are you able to talk quietly?
Yes.
I
Yes,
want
sir.
to put your business out.
I just want to say she doesn't even have any tears, but go off, sis.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
like super allergic to cats, so I don't want to be in there.
Oh, then you did not want to go in
Oh,
there.
you're all right. I'll be all right.
No, sir, you do not.
I'll be all right. But
I'm actually frightened.
Hey. Can you talk to her? I'm going to talk to the other half. She's the one that called, but the lady in the red's involved too, so I'm going to go get her stuff.
So I'm friends with her. Her kids come up here all the time.
Okay.
They asked about my son's vintage collections of GS.
Okay.
And I said, no, you can't play with those. My son doesn't want to.
The kids did?
Yeah.
Okay.
They left. I noticed they were. So I called her and I said, hey,
61397.
my son's missing.
You didn't see him take it, but they are missing.
They're missing.
So I will give her props that she called her and asked her, she tried to resolve the issue with the phone call. I think that's the first thing that you should do. Some people be ready just to fight, ready to call the police. First things first, let's talk about the issue first, okay? Especially if you're saying you guys are friends, like she says in this video.
So, because we're friends, tried to talk to her about it. She's like, oh, no, my kids didn't talk. She was up here. It's like, she all of a sudden grabbed my hair and started saying, your son trying to accuse me of stealing shit. She just started wailing.
So, because she started crying, I missed what she's saying, but I'm going to go back a little bit because it kind of sounds like she's saying, from my interpretation of what she's saying, she spoke to Naya. She just told her, hey, my son is missing stuff. And Naya, being the uncultured beast that she is, sarcasm, guys, grabbed her hair and started beating the crap out of her. So I'm going to play it again because maybe there was something else that I missed, but that's what it sounded like.
Was up here. It's like, she all of a sudden grabbed my hair and started saying, your son trying to accuse me of stealing shit. She just started wailing on my face.
So she grabbed your hair and she started punching you, or?
Yep.
Okay, with her which arm? Right hand, left hand? You don't.
Sir, I'm not sure. I just started getting punched in my face.
With a closed fist, a slap, how was it?
Oh, it felt like closed fist.
Okay. So you
This Naya chick must be a beast. Like, she beat this little old white lady. I don't understand why.
believe it was closed fist multiple times. She said in the face, and I see you got some redness and looks like some swelling, maybe a little bit going.
So we at least know that Naya did beat her because it's showing. Look, so I need to be more what's the word? I need to be more kind and more empathetic because this lady looks like it seems like she was right to call the police. I mean, she was getting beat down by this lady. What else is she supposed to do?
At least some redness. Her name's not Karen, is it?
No.
That would have been too much.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
She got a bloody toe.
Yeah, because she caught me with her hand, her phone, or whatever.
What? Wait a minute. Now one Naya, she seemed chill. Like when he came up to her, she wasn't losing her stuff. She wasn't already on a 10. She seems evenly killed. So that's one thing I peep about Naya. 2, she's bleeding. 3, she said, oh girl hit her. She clocked her. The lady upstairs didn't say nothing about hitting her, but let's continue. Because this is interesting. Let's go.
I'm gonna back up out my face. I went upstairs.
She said normally y'all are
We're fine.
friends.
Normally, we're not even friends. She's just a neighbor of mine that I let my kids in her house to play. I told my kids, no, you're not allowed to go in the house. So today I'm downstairs chilling with my friend downstairs. My kids was like, oh, Susan has games. Can we go upstairs? Can we go upstairs? No. They begged me enough to where I said, okay, fine. Because Susan was like, yeah, they can come in as long as they don't touch this, touch that, touch that. They asked about a game. They did not touch it. My door was locked. I do not let my kids run in and out my house. So when they came out,
Typical Black mom. Don't let your kids run in and out the house. I remember one time my mom would not let me. I was nervous because my mom used to be like, don't run in and out the house. And I just, I was the only child. I didn't get to play with kids. So like I'm willing to do whatever it takes to not to have to go in the house. And so this little boy, he was like, he had to pee outside. And he, Black moms, you can't run in and out the house. And he had to pee. So he was like, I can't go back in the house because my mom is going to make me stay in the house. So we were like, all right, well, just pee behind this tree and we'll stand in front of you. He was like, cool. Sounds like a sound decision. But what happened is this little boy does not know how to pee, like without peeing on everybody. He's supposed to pee on the tree. He ended up like peeing on my outfit. And then his mom, so we were covering him from the street in front of us from everybody else. But we didn't realize that on the side that his mother could directly see him in her window because we were like right in front of her house doing it. So she comes out, lose her stuff. He goes in. It has nothing to do with me. Yes, there's pee on me. But like if I go back in the house, my mom is not going to let me come back outside. I want to stay outside. Only child. I need to play with friends. A little pee ain't kill nobody. So, life is going great. And then at the end of the night, I hear boom, 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 boom. I'm in bed at this time. And I hear his mom. And she's like, I am so sorry that my son peed on your daughter. Bitch, what? No one asked for this. And my mom was so mad at me. But, I was like 6. And so I couldn't really, she's not trying to hear what I'm saying. I couldn't really explain what was going on. But I wish that lady would have minded her business. But anyway, yes, typical Black mom. You don't let your kids go in and out. Already, I'm believing a lot of what she's saying. Has nothing, it's not complete because she's Black, but just that's something that we do. We can co-sign on that. 2, the way that the lady upstairs was explaining it was like, oh, girl was just, she's a lower level thinking individual. She just, fights with her fists. It sounds like this chick is just trying to just mind her business and she's explaining that pretty adequately. So, but maybe there's something else. Again, I could be partial, because I'm Black. It happens. So let's go.
House, they came downstairs and asked me a question, and they went back upstairs. So I said, "Let me go get my kids because I'm about to go in the house and I'm getting tired." Next thing you know, my older child saying, "Susan kicked us out because her son's game is missing." Okay, what game is this? This is a vintage DCS. This, that, and third. I know about them games. They don't sell no more, or they're expensive. So I asked my son, "Did you touch her game?" No, I just asked her about it. After that, we minded our business. We were running around playing. So next thing you know, I go upstairs, I clean up because my kids had her cat toys everywhere. I said, Susan, where were they? They were everywhere. Okay, so I'm not going to search your privacy, which is your room. I'm not going to search them. I'm not going to go in there. Maybe her son put the games up before, he left. So I cleaned up her living room, make sure all her cat toys looked up.
Now, Susan didn't say any of this. Susan omitted a lot of stuff right here. Now, at first, both of the stories, same thing. Same, very congruent stories. The same, hey, kids asked about playing a game. Susan said no. Kids said the same thing. So Susan's not looking too good so far for me. But what are your thoughts?
The thing, look up underneath the couch. I said, Susan, I don't see him anywhere. My son has clothes on where they can't stuff anything. My kids are not thieves. They don't steal from our neighbors, our friends, or whoever. So Susan said, I said, Susan, back up. She's like, very close in my personal area. So I'm like, back up, Susan, back up. I didn't mush or anything. I took her by her waist and I said, back up, Susan.
If you don't know what mushing is, I just had to share that. Mushing is when you take your hand and you like push it up someone's face. So you're not really hitting them. It would still, I think it would, in regular social culture, I think it would still constitute as assault. And even in Black culture, I still think it constitutes as assault, because if someone mushes your face and you're about that life, like you're about to fight. But mushing is like the lower end of what happens before an ass beating occurs.
She's like, you, your kids, this, that. So that's when I was like, all right, Susan, I don't have nothing else to do with you because you're a floppy ass bitch. My kids.
Flip, flip. I had hit one big Beyonce. Flip, flop, flip, flopping ass bitch. I didn't say it right. Okay.
Allowed in your house. So she started getting in my face again. And I backed up. So when I went to go touch her that last time to back her up, she clocked me in the head. So I beat her ass.
That's the lady over there.
But just how that ends, like she clocked me in the head, so I beat her ass. Like that sounds like self-defense to me. I mean, and Susan did, because here's the thing, right? And this is why I'm looking at Susan with the side eye, because she could have just started welling on Susan. She could be very well lying. But Susan didn't explain how she's bleeding. Like, was she beating you so hard that she hit herself in her face and now she's bleeding like that? Susan left out a lot. And it kind of like she did that on purpose, but not Susan. Oh no, why?
That is her.
Okay. Did anyone else here see what happened?
Maybe. But
Okay.
they're all friends.
And where did it happen?
Look at her. She set it up already. They're all friends. So she said it like that because she'll tell the police officer they're all friends, like they're all in cahoots. So if they did see something, they're probably going to be on her side because they're all friends. But here's my thing. Like, if they're all friends and you're the outlier, doesn't that kind of say something about you? I don't know.
Right here. Okay.
So I looked from my window and I saw the black lady was upstairs on the stairs and the white lady was like up there.
See, she's not even friends. They're not even friends. She called her the black lady. If she was friends, she would know her name. But I'm glad they went to someone who wasn't black, because this sucks, and this is cool, and I'm going to be shamed. But you'll have some people who say, well, you got someone who was a peer of hers, even if they were telling the truth, and they'll feel like, well, she was just looking out for her based on race. So unfortunately, sometimes you just have to get what you have to get with what's available, and a witness is a witness. But the fact that they went to someone else, you could say, like, she don't even know this lady. Why would she lie? They're not cool. Why would she lie?
Or any chilly spaces, and the white lady went like that, and she
24.
And then that's when the black lady hit her.
Okay.
And then they just started going at it.
So, when you first looked out, was it all the time while you were in the house?
No. At first, I was at my window, and when I came out, they were already done. I watched it until they finished.
Okay, so you watched it off from the window. And when you heard screaming,
people hate nosy neighbors, and I understand why you hate a nosy neighbor, because sometimes get your own business, right? But on the other hand, nosy neighbors can really help you. They can help you out in some situations that you'll thank God that they're nosy. This is one of those situations.
you looked over, you saw the white female standing at the top of the stairs, and the black female kind of on the stairs, and you saw the white female push the black female, she then hit her, punched her, what she did?
I just seen her go like that. I'm not sure if she pushed her or hit her at the same time, but I seen contact. That's how it happened. So her hitting me first, me hitting her first, that's enough. Everybody around here can tell you that lady put her hands on me first. I don't do this, literally. And I told Susan, I said, I don't want my kids in your house. So, it's fine.
When I stepped out of my perch after I called her, and she grabbed right here on my property.
Do you have your ID on you by chance?
It's in my car.
Oh my my gosh, I can't stand that. All of a sudden, she was telling the story so strong, and then he asked for ID, and now she want to cry again. Where are your tears, Susan? Where are your tears?
And also, do you want to press charges against?
Oh, absolutely. Look at my face.
I hear you. I just have.
Now, keep in mind, she was ready to press charges. Like, mind you, these are two little boys, okay? Two black boys and their mother. She was willing to press charges on them, okay? That's how disturbed she was. She did not care that they would be going to jail. She did not care that this lady was going to have a record. She did not care that this lady was not going to be able to be around her boys for a few days. She wants to press charges. And, there's nothing wrong with that. If you've been assaulted, you should press charges, right? Okay, let's keep that in mind.
And she's walking around with an ice bag on her head. Because she said I hit her. Yes, I hit her. I hit her back. I was being fucking assaulted on my porch.
So, just so I understand how.
So she did not say, remember in the beginning when they were telling the story, she didn't say anything about getting hit when she was telling the story. She sees the fact that she has an ice bag. Now it's like, oh, I hit her in self-defense. Okay. Okay, Susan. Let's just keep going.
When is
she came up here, she grabbed my hair, started wailing on me, so I just did a roundhouse. What do they call them? Haymaker. I did a haymaker.
Just one or multiple?
As far as I know, it was just one. It could be two. I was trying to get her off of me.
Okay.
She attacked me.
I understand. Okay.
Did she? Don't answer me, okay? I just ask him. Don't say nothing. Did she put her hands on you at all? So what did she say when she started saying that her games were missing?
She don't know come out the house again. Susan coming outside yelling.
Oh, I feel like so sad because she said, don't ever come to our house again. That sucks. Those little boys, okay, well, who knows? Maybe they were stealing. Maybe it was deserved. Let's keep going.
Susan, you can talk to me. Don't talk to my kids. So that's when I came up the steps and I said, okay, Susan, what is missing? She said, my son's vintage DS is missing and they were the only ones in and out and this, that, and the third. And I said, the only two houses they were in was Miss Yvette's and yours. They did not take anything because my house was locked. When I'm over here, I lock my door and we're over there. That's it. I checked Miss Yvette's house. It's not there. I checked her house and I cleaned up her house. It's not there.
And she didn't even say anything about her cleaning up the house. And the girl mentioned it twice. I feel like she did clean up her house, and I think it's kind of weird that Susan said nothing about it. But again, I'm not a police officer. But also shout out to the police officers because I know like getting these type of calls, for some they might like it because okay, nobody's shooting. It's it's crazy, it's an easy situation, right? Two women, okay, we got it all day long. But I know it's also like, bro, we could be out here assaulting people. Now I'm just like bad joke, but they could be doing things like catching crime, like doing other things of importance.
Maybe her son has it and she's freaking out because she don't know. But I told her, I said, calm down. Let's wait till your son get home.
That's what you said?
I said, calm down. What did he say?
He said, that's what I told her.
Yeah, I said, calm down. Let's not freak out. No, I'm freaking out because they took it. They stole it.
And the craziest part is like, just based on how she tells the story, I believe her because that's something that she looked like she would say. Susan couldn't even say anything like that. Susan looks a little twisted anyway, but I believe Naya, like, I am freaking out. That's hilarious to me.
Where can they hide a DS? I checked my son's pockets. Yeah. His pants is falling off. You can't see nothing. There's nothing on him. Nothing.
Yeah, I had one, so I know what they are.
I checked it. They're not there. They're nowhere to be found. I did not come over to my house. They did not go in my car. They didn't go in nobody else's car or house but missing me and Vex. That's it.
All right,
So by her freaking out,
hang tight for me. I'll be back with you, okay?
And the thing I also like about Naya, and why I'm like leaning towards her a bit more, is that Susan's over here, like, she's emotionally all over. Like, she just seems fake, because she just starts crying at weird moments, and there's no tears. Like, when people have no tears, I'm concerned. I call BS every time when people don't have tears. And then also Naya's she's very matter of fact. Like, when people are matter of fact, I listen a bit more, because they take the emotion out of it, and they're like, look, you're here about the facts. This is what it is. So I take more. So that's one thing. If you're telling a story to somebody, mainly an authority figure, you know, or anyone who's just hates emotion, which many people do, take your emotion out the story and just stick to the facts. Not that I feel, stick to the facts, okay? People respect facts way more than an I feel statement when it comes to disputes of this nature.
The neighbor over here said she heard like yelling, and she believed to be like arguing. She said she looks out the window, she sees females, a white female standing at the top of the stairs, black female on the stairs, and says that she sees a white female push the black female, and the black female pumps the white female, and they mutually fight at that point. So, she said she has injuries.
Oh, that tally I bought all over.
Arrested, pursue charges. Do you have anything else you want to tell me about? No? Alright.
Look at her. Nope. Smug. Because at this point, she was like, all right, I did the obligatory cry like I used to. You know, I sat here and I complained that she's the aggressor, and, you know, they're African American. So, it's, you know, it's more of a chance that they probably did steal it. I feel really good about this situation.
It's gonna get done.
What do you mean I'm sure you have any help with them?
Pictures of my face?
Well, I'm over here now, right? So,
You gotta go through and take pictures of everybody and talk to everybody. 1900 block,
Alright.
Yankee, Foxtrot, Bravo.
that's the extent right there under the eye of the injury spectrum.
The injuries on your shoulders or chest.
So from what I understand that you told me, is there was an argument over the DS, correct? It went missing?
She stole from me.
Well,
Her kids did.
you think your
and
kids
I
did?
was listening.
So do me a favor real quick. Show me what the DS is worth.
The actual DS.
So you have multiple? Because that's a DS.
Yes, he had multiple, and they asked about that the last time they visited.
Are you 100% sure that your son doesn't
Yeah,
have
I
it?
am 100% sure. Hey,
Can I talk so I don't skew the
Deej,
case?
I am so sorry. I know you're in the middle of your DM. Your DSs.
Can you put on speaker for me?
Which ones did you have? You had the blue one that said the hack strikes back. And what else?
and then the regular DS, what happened?
So, DJ, this is Officer Mercer with the Ocala Police Department. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Good. How old are you?
I am 22.
Okay, just clarifying, I'm not talking to a juvenile. You had a dark blue DS, a classic, and then a lighter blue, bigger one?
And then a red one.
It was a 3DS, and then it was a regular
DS.
Lite.
Okay, and was there a third one?
Yeah, but I have that one somewhere else in my room.
Okay, I appreciate it. That's all I needed to know, sir. I'll get back in contact. I mean,
What? Let me hit that back one more good time, because wait a minute.
sir, I'll get back in contact. I mean, I guess there was an incident with some of the neighborhood kids here, and there was a mistaken communication that one of them was stolen.
And then it was a regular
DS.
Lite.
Okay, and was there a third one?
Yeah, but I have that one somewhere else in my room.
Okay, I appreciate it. That's all I needed to know, sir. I'll get back in contact.
Now, didn't she and the kid earlier said that perhaps the son had it and that they put it someplace? That's what they both said. Logic, baby. I love living in logic. Those are logical responses. Ooh, Susan, Susan, she gonna do more than be jazz.
There was an incident with some of the neighborhood kids here, and there was a mistake in communication that one of them was stolen, but it's not.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, so it's not stolen?
No, he has the red one, and the other two are right there. Nothing's missing. Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. I appreciate it.
No problem. Right, so this time you're going to go to jail, okay?
I am?
Yes, you are.
Oh, can I call my son?
I'll call him.
Why am I going to jail?
All the witnesses said that you were the primary aggressor. You falsely accused her. You chewed out her kids, and then everyone said you swung first, and she's bleeding from the face.
She came up here.
The cat got it run out. Yeah, I got it. Have you been drinking?
No.
Yeah, I smell alcohol all over you.
Earlier, but I get beat up. I have nothing. I am a diabetic.
Okay.
And I have to take my medication.
They have a whole medical staff at the hospital for insulin and all that.
I've been there. They take really good care of me.
Okay, then you know.
As a result,
Wow. Oh my. Wow. That was wild. That was wild. So now, and remember earlier when I said that she was going to pull charges? She had no problem pulling charges, pressing charges. She was going to press charges. She was all like, yep, take her to jail. Yep, she did not give a truck about what was going to happen. But then when the tables were turned, then it became, oh my goodness, why am I going to jail? And then like, let's get into how that situation could have been better. Let's discuss. A conversation would have solved everything. Okay. So when Susan went down, I think Susan won. Great idea, Susan. Go and talk to Naya. All right. Naya to me seemed like she was a reasonable individual, especially if the chick comes up here and cleans up your house. Like she could have been irrational as hell. She could have just beat your ass on sight, as soon as you said something to her. But no, she was rational. She said, hey, let's figure it out. Let me go up here and help you. The kids are wearing clothes. They wouldn't be able to even hide it. Where would they hide it? 2, after they had that, Susan doubled down that they stole. And I get it. I don't want to sit here and, she did suck. But I also want to put it in perspective. There's been time where people have lived with me and stuff has gone missing. And in my mind, I swear to God, I put something someplace. Like I know it's there. I promise you on everything that what I was looking for, it was right there. I promise you. And then I eventually found it someplace else. Someplace where it's like, oh yeah, I do remember putting it there. And had I went up to those individuals and like, mind you, like I was mad. I had created a whole thing in my head about why they trying like just upset. Had I went to those individuals with that type of energy, I could have messed up some serious relationships and some serious friendships. Okay. Susan did not think that way. Okay. Susan was like, I don't care. I'm doubling down. It don't matter, which is wild that she would do. Had she thought rationally and logically and reasonable and actually listened to Naya, she should have called her son first and said, hey, son, I don't want to alarm anybody, but I feel like I am usually used to seeing your DS right here is no longer here. Do you know where it could have been? Oh, yeah, Mom. I have it in my room someplace. Okay, cool. And then everything would have been fine. But I also believe because of perceived... because of like hidden prejudices. Because on one hand, she tried to be nice, right? She tried to be nice and let these young boys come in and play. Like she tried to be cool about it. She tried to be as open as she could be. But as soon as stuff went missing, those prejudices came straight up to the top. Oh, it's been stolen. I don't think that's like an old people thing, because I remember some of the older people in my family, and as soon as something went stolen, it was always the young kids who did it. It was misplaced. Old people immediately went to it got stolen right away. So I don't want to instantly make it about a race type of situation. But I could see that it could have been. Think logically. Like when you're in those situations and you're dealing with other people, I know people tend to go to the negative side first. People lean to negativity first, and I understand that. But lean into the positive first until that person shows you that you need to be negative. Okay, because has she leaned into the positive first and aired on positivity, aired on the thought of, hey, it could be a misunderstanding, they wouldn't even be in that situation. She wouldn't be in jail. Those boys could be cool. Another thing is, I understand why when I was younger, my grandmother and my mom was adamant about me not staying the night at nobody's house when I couldn't go into nobody's house to play. And people were like, oh, just come into my house. And, of course, you have the main reason of, hey, you don't want to come to someone's house because they could kill you, obviously. But also because of shit like that can happen. Like, oh my goodness. Can you imagine as a kid, you're just doing kid things and now you're being accused of stealing, and that didn't even cross your mind. Like, you listened, you obeyed, and this lady, like, it would just put a bad taste in your mouth, especially because you don't understand. And that the mother not letting her sons go over there, it was to really keep her son protected, because she's like, the lady seemed cool, but I don't know that lady. And now she's the mother has been vindicated. She's I don't know if vindicated is the word I want to use, but her bias, if you will, has been confirmed, because, hey, I let you go over someone's house. I knew I shouldn't have let you go. Against my better judgment, I let you go, and look what happened. So, and now the sons might be like, nah, mom's right. I'm not doing nothing like that. 2, the lady said she did a roundhouse. A roundhouse is a kick. And then she said she did a haymaker. And I always hear people talk about haymakers, and I was like, let me take the time to actually research what a haymaker is. So I went to MMA.org or .com. It's like an MMA type of channel. But I typed in, what is a haymaker? And according to them, a haymaker is typically a hook that is pulled back and unleashed with the entire momentum of the boxer's twisting body. It is designed to end the fight when it lands. The punch follows a wider trajectory than most punches used in moving and travels a longer distance, giving opponents a lot of time to react to it. It is one of the most avoidable punches in boxing, so it often works best at the end of combinations when you already have your opponent's dazed. If you saw, Nia was not dazed at all, and I don't feel that Susan should be using words like haymaker. She should have just said, I punched her, because she did not end it. If anything, she started the altercation, and it got wild. And that's something else I saw, that she, I would say Nia could have killed that lady. She could have beat that lady within an inch of her life. All she had was bruises. Nia took it easy on her. So she should actually be like, thank you, Nia. I know she got that sucker punch off. Because if she was trying to hit Nia and Nia was giving her that work, she would not have been able to hit Nia. Especially she pulled her hair, she would not have been able to hit Nia. She tried it though. White tears kill me. They do. I am so sorry. In this situation, white tears kill me, because she just, and I was, she came up here and she hit me and look like, ma'am, you're not even crying for real. There are no tears. You sat here and you was getting all saucy with them, and then when they start asking you questions, then you're like, oh yeah, wait. Let me remember to cry. Like, that's what happened. Come on, lady. Secondly, great job to the police officers. Like, that's what people mean by police officers should de-escalate situations, because they were just talking to them. They separated them. They asked around the community, hey, did you guys see this? What did you see? They were really calm. They were logical. Hey, let's call your son. Let's put your son on speaker. I mean, I don't know who those police officers were, but they did a great job. And I think that we should highlight more police officers who do a great job. Unfortunately, you get the bad apples get most of the light because people like train wrecks. They like car crashes. They like to see problematic things. They like to see issues, drama. They like to see that. So police officers who's doing terrible things all day long, that'll be in the news, up, down, around the corner. But police officers who's actually doing their job, the way that it should be done, quiet as a mouse. So I definitely want to make sure I find more instances of police officers doing their jobs, because I feel like that those police officers, unfortunately, they don't get highlighted enough. And if we support them a bit more, perhaps they'll be more likely to, if they see corrupt stuff, say things. Alcohol makes things worse. Absolutely. If alcohol always takes a tense situation to the nth level. Maybe if Susan wasn't drunk or lit or whatever you may have called it, perhaps she would have thought reasonably and called her son. And then do you see the part where she tried to lie? The police officer was like, have you been drinking? She's like, no. He was like, I can smell it. Well, that was earlier, bitch. So you've been drinking. You've been drinking now. That's wild. So at the end of the day, be better, people. Be better. That lady, and you could tell that lady was just over it when the police came, and she had a lot of restraint. Because another chick, a chick who was super hood, especially the way some of the people, that would have been her opportunity to show out. I just gave Susan a friendly warning of like, look, I could do you real bad, but I'm just going to do you enough so you know not to put your hands on me and don't ever talk to my child. And that's all you need to do. You just need to put the fear guide into some people. So be better, people. What are your final thoughts? Or do you agree with my assessments? Was I wrong? Could Naya have been better? Because Susan had been worse. What are your thoughts? And I wonder if how Susan's son feel. I'm very curious to see how he comes home, how he came home to that situation. Is he used to his mom being that way? And it's different. His mom might always be like that. And people are accustomed to their parents or their family members acting a certain way because it's family, versus setting your family out here in the world and they got to deal with people who don't have to accept them for who they are, because you're not my family. I don't have to love you. So remember, guys, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and come back next Monday at 9 p.m. East. It says set. It should. I'm going to fix it, you guys. I'm still working on it. But, thank you for rocking with me again. And remember, be better, people. It is all in us. I don't expect perfection, but let's understand that we are all sharing this big old piece of rock that's floating through the sky together. And we need to figure out ways of how we can live in a bit more harmony. Okay? Thanks again for watching me, guys. Good night.